In this video, we're going to see if it's possible to DIY those ultra expensive 3D diamond nails at home using relatively cheap supplies. Is it as hard as it looks? Let's find out. The tutorial that I loosely follow is by Nail Champion. She is on Instagram, but I do have to improvise a lot in this video simply because I don't have the same supplies as her. As I mentioned in the opening, I am using supplies that mostly come from Shein or Amazon, and that's just what you do when you're a DIY beginner. You use cheap supplies and you try to make it work. The first improvisation that I did was in the original tutorial, she did a chrome glitter base, which I don't have, and I just felt like doing something slightly different. So I did glitter first, then I put on a silver cat eye, and then I'm going to chrome it after that. So this is the cat eye that I'm putting on, and I did most of them silver cat eye, but then I also had this really nice blue cat eye. And honestly, I wish I had done another nail also in the blue, but anyways, I'm not 100% convinced that I'm doing the cat eye correctly or well right here, but this is what I did. Feel free to drop any cat eye tips in the comments because honestly, I've practiced this quite a bit and I cannot make it look the way other people do in their videos. So then I got out my chrome powder, which I'll be honest, I love the look of chrome, but I don't love using it. I just find it so messy. I don't know, does anyone know if there's a product that chromes without the powder? If so, let me know because this was just messy. Like it looks cool, but it was messy. Can you see the cat eye underneath the chrome? Not really, but we're gonna call that probably more user error than it is product error. So as I said earlier, I'm improvising a lot in this video. I'm actually doing all the nails slightly differently. Actually, that's a lie. The pinky and the thumb are the same, but the other nails are all going to be slightly different. So I didn't actually mean to put the glitter top coat on my ring finger or my pointer finger. So there I am wiping it off because that was a mistake. And I wiped off the chrome too. That was annoying. But then I just jumped right back in to the nails that I did want to do. So I had pre-cut these pieces of iridescent paper into diamond shapes and little tiny square pieces. I need to get smaller scissors. I had to use my cuticle cutters a lot to make them really tiny. And then I just laid them on top of the glitter top coat in kind of a little geometric pattern. This was actually quite fun to do, although a little tedious. I really liked how the iridescent paper looked on the blue polish. That's why I wish I had done a few more in the blue polish because it just showed up better. I think personally, I'm super excited to hear at the end of this video which nail you think turned out the best or which version you think turned out the best because yeah, spoiler alert, I think it's the thumb and this one, but definitely very excited to hear what everyone thinks at the end of this video as to which one is the best one. Now I'm correcting the mistake I made earlier. So I re-chromed those two fingers and now I'm adding a layer of polish that allows me to use the transfer paper. And so the first transfer paper I used kind of had like a oil slick kind of look. And this is because I wanted to see what one looked like with a bit of color. This is my first time using transfer paper, by the way. And the second one I used is just silver. I really liked the silver. Now they do have a slightly different look to them when the look is all said and done. However, if you're just looking for speed and you want to put these on quickly, the transfer paper is the way to go. So now I'm just doing the thumb and I did the iridescent paper technique on the thumb. And at this point I had done it on the pinky and the middle finger. So I knew what I was doing. So I think this one actually turned out the best. in terms of the iridescent paper ones. But again, you make your judgment at the end of the video. Now I'm putting a top coat on top of all the nails just to lock in the iridescent paper and the transfer paper and to prep the nail before I add the 3D gel. So this was only my second or third time working with 3D gel, and again, I will take any and all tips or anything like that in the comments about how to best work with 3D gel, because I really struggled with it sticking to my gloves, and I watch other people do nail videos using 3D gel and you wearing gloves, and it doesn't seem to be sticking like crazy like mine did. So you will see me remove these gloves in a few seconds because I was just over it. There we go. So I'm using my hand. Of course, I don't have any nails on because I wasn't expecting, but anyways. So I'm using a stir stick to cut into the 3D gel to create those multifaceted edges, that kind of look that gemstones have. What I would do differently in the future if I was recreating these nails is I wouldn't put them so close together. I think I would space out those lines a little bit. Also, I was doing this painfully slow. Like, I've sped up this video a fair amount because I was cutting through that gel polish so slow. So don't think I'm actually this quick or anything. I really loved how the silver transfer paper looked underneath the 3D gel. I think if I were doing a whole set, I would probably choose the silver transfer paper, but that's just me. I also really like how the thumbnail turned out. I think in terms of diamond, it's giving super diamond vibes. Look at that. Once the 3D gel was cured, I added a layer of top coat, and then these nails were done, and I think they turned out incredible for being DIY at home with cheap supplies. Which one is your favorite? And if you found this video entertaining, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.